My cover, I don't have a cover for the motor that's for an FC. It's got the oil fill and it's got the pieces for there. I forget, like this goes in there or goes that way, I don't remember. For the blow by, and Gary says, you don't need that. We don't need it at all. He said, plug these two holes up. So, what I was thinking about is I have these pieces, I could cut it to fit right on the top there. And it would look something like that. Or I could cut it and put it from underneath and weld it real nice. And I think that would look pretty slick if it just looked like that. If I took a flat, I mean, I could cut a piece out here and put the two screws in. But I think if I fill these in, feather it so you don't know them are there, weld that from underneath where it looks like that, so you don't see all this blobby weld, I think that would be the nicest thing. This, I think I'll have to pound it a little bit to make it a little more flat. It's got a dip right there. It doesn't look quite perfect. So, and it's high here, dip there. So I think if I put a flat piece under there and just kind of flatten that, it'll look more like this. And I'm not welding this whole thing under there. I'm gonna cut it so this thing pretty much falls, pushes through. Or maybe I'll do it, grind it so it just fits in that hole. So I did find this. I'm like, oh, I could cut that and stick it on there where it's gonna cover up probably from hole to hole and just have like a little bump up on it. That's another thing. It's just a bearing cap I had laying around. So we'll get them done. We'll work on that next. So I started working on this project. Gary said fill these two in. So I got these half spheres, and this hole was a little weird shaped and it had a bunch of burrs on here. So I pounded it flat. I ground the burrs off and pounded it flat. And then it was not quite round, so I took the die grinder and made it a little more round on there. And what I'm going to do is mark it, and I'm going to, I don't think I gotta go mark. I was gonna mark a line across there, but I'll have it ground back off and burnt off before I even get in there in case this isn't quite perfectly round. So I'm gonna cut that out and make that nice and round. So I'm gonna make it so it goes right in that baby, right in that hole. I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. We'll see that one. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with that one over there. So let me get that cut out. It'd probably be a lot easier if I just took my little hand cutter, plasma cutter out and burnt it, but it's in a box packed up. I need to build a little cart for that thing and have just a cover off over it so I can do that. I'm probably not spending more time doing it this way, but that's how I'm gonna do it right now. As long as I don't cut into my slice. Let me see. Don't go inside the blue neither. There. It is. Not too bad. I just kind of touched one little area, but that's not even, and this is fairly thick. It's like 4 or 5 times as thick as that cover, so easy. I just want it because it's domed. I could take a piece of metal and pound it dome, but I'll play with this one here. Take that right there. That. And switch it. I'm supposed to stay on the outside of it. Might be too small now. Oh well, I'll cut another one. We'll try her. We're gonna cut another one. This one is a little too small. I'm supposed to stay on the outside of the blue, but this one works in the other hole. So, not a total loss. So we'll just do it again, one more time. But, stay on the outside. So, I grabbed it with these, took it over to the water faucet and cooled it off because it was hot. She was hot. Just like I am right now. This one here fits, wrong one. This one here fits in there pretty darn good. I'm gonna grind it a little smaller so it's up in there just a little more. This one here has some burrs. I just wanted to clean that off. I'm gonna have to clean that hole up a little bit. Just pretty burn stuff. That one, it's this one here. Grab my marker. I'm just gonna remark it. Just in case, so I don't do it again or be cutting a third one. So just a little bit to grind on there around it. Leave the blue. So we'll do that. That one here is almost good. A little bit on that one. Put it right there. Phew. You know, but I think if it's bubbled up like that, even Gary's wants to put something egg-shaped in there. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's hot. It's hot. But even like that, it looks pretty nice. I'm just gonna walk from underneath and not get too hot so it kind of burns. I don't want it to burn through the skin so you actually see it and I have to flapper it and do that. But if I put that in there, like I said, I got her. I think that hole is just a little, yeah, it's a little not round at one side. This one side is a little flat spot kind of in there. So I think I'll take that flat spot out a little bit. It's right there. If I can take it out without just a little bit. Yeah, we get both sides with this one. Actually, you have to. I think that'll be pretty good. And then I don't know, kind of gives it that look like it was supposed to be there. Maybe, I don't know. That'll do it. I'll clean up the backs of these. And go ahead and just tack them. I'm just going to tack them. I'm not going to sit there and get it real hot. I'm going to tack, like 3 tacks. Tack. And I want to let it cool a little bit. It's hard to cool when it's so hot, but it rained last night, or this morning. So it is muggy out there. And it's hot in here. And I don't open up the doors when it's muggy. I don't need the humidity in here. Rust and stuff. All right. That's that for now. So now I'm welding these little egg pieces in. I got that one tacked and I adjusted it right where I wanted it. I'm going to try to grab my weld on the thick piece here, the piece I'm putting in there, and bring it to the thin. I'm not getting a good ground. I'm just gonna... All right, now I'm gonna tack that one in. I'm going to try to get this so she kind of hangs here. And got her tacked right where I kind of think I want it. Pretty sure that's where I want it. It's gonna be. I want to catch my weld on the thick part I'm adding to it and bring it this way. Because I don't want to like mess up the tin on the outer side like I don't want to have to flapper it too much. See? I forgot to turn my gas on. Do. Come on. Got to turn my gas on. Happens. There's porosity crap there. You know what? I'm not even wearing this. I can't see. I need brighter lights. Yeah, I'm not even wearing my welding helmet. I gotta. Can't see any brighter lights here, I think. Okay. See, I don't want to burn through it too much, so I have to clean it up. But that's how she's gonna be. And I don't want to heat it up too hot, so she starts sprinkling. And these other two holes I think I'm just going to weld in, so I'm going to probably do those first. So. Should probably just weld with some wire too. And let me see, this greasy stuff. Bought a roll of baling wire and it's so damn oily. I get oil on my gloves and oil on, oil on everything. And if it's got oil, I probably won't weld for crap anyways. I got an old piece lying around here. I got an old piece here. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Jesus, here we go. Old piece, this was some sandblaster too, so it doesn't have no oil, no nothing in it. I'm just going to use this to help add a little material as I weld. It just melts in there, melts and fills it quicker, and adds twice as much wire material to it. Now I know it's globby, doesn't look great, but that's okay. That is okay. Clean that off. And that's pretty much filled in over here, but I'm gonna cool a little bit. I'm gonna go back to my other spot and make sure I got my ground on it. Better with the ground on it. And this all, I'm just gonna clean it a bit. Turn it on. Clean it a bit. back to this. Go back and forth. And I'm just going to put a weld under these. Oh, schnickens. See? Getting cocky, blew through her. Ah. Well, just work off the thick side that we have here. I'm going to let that sit. Go back to this side. I like to clean it a little bit. Getting her where she needs to be, kinda. Go back over here. I'm into my hole. I don't think I messed up too much there. Who needs a welding helmet? And close your eyes. No. Should use a. See? Should be using a helmet. Zip, zip, zip. And zip, zip. Zip, zip, zip. Look at it was probably grounded on them rivets on that piece there, and that's why it did that. It wasn't grounded on the rivets, it was grounded on that piece hanging out for your wires, and it got warm there. That's why you ground it. Alright, I'll go look at the other side of that. Snag the pencil. Yeah. That's okay. Looks pretty good. I will have to grind it a little bit. Didn't want to. And I'll grind this. These things out of my way. The reason I'm filling these in, this was a fit-all motor made for anything from 60 to 69. So it has for the dipstick and the breather or deal that goes in here. So fit-all had that. I don't have one of these shrouds that don't have it. So this doesn't bother me. I'm doing this, you know. I have one, I take it off to 80, but I'll use that somewhere else, and then I'll be doing this to that one, so. And when I say the 80 was the 80 horse out of the Blue Boy. Has a double checked, it doesn't have any holes. It's time to get a different tool, so I can just go in there and clean that up right in there real good. Because I don't want to start digging in there. And I think that's going to be okay. My hole ain't 1000% round there because I burnt it through it. Always something, always something. Well, I'll keep grinding on this and clean it up and get that one zapped in there. All right, I sandblasted it. I still need to feather it in a little better. I need those a little air die grinder, a 90 that I put those little round deals on, so I can get that a little better. And then I think if I had just a little tiny kind of fill to put in there, something that's gonna get, ain't gonna crack off when it gets hot or something. And then I'll just sand that a little bit. I mean, it's just very minor, anything I want on there. And then that's the back side. I'm gonna leave it just the way it is because you need weld on there to hold the stuff together. And yeah, I'll have to blast a little more. I got for my grinding, I got stuff right here. So if I go like this, I'll probably remember that next time. So yeah, pretty happy. And the oil keeps coming out there. So I'm gonna somp that with some lacquer thinner, wipe it, blast it, prime it. And that'll be good. All right. All right, and then I guess this is was cut, or has to be cut for the 12 fin cooler. I asked Gary because I'll figure that out. I'll get at least primed and go from there. All right, so I had got a little fill and put in there. I haven't used body fill in so many years. I forgot how good it smells. So I ran down to the store on the corner here and got some fill. It's not bad. I'm gonna put a little bit there and a little bit there and sand it. This one's pretty good, I think. And sand it. Like I said, this tin here's cut out, and Gary said, oh, that's the, so you put a 12 plate on. I don't know, it looks all wonky to me, but I hammered it out. Bead blasted a little more. It is what it is. It's, you know, the whole truck is good from 10 feet away, maybe 12. It's not bad. And when I go to paint this thing, I'm gonna prime it all. I'm gonna paint the inside just the silver, because the heat-proof paint, the real high paint, that stuff paints real nice and smooth. You're not gonna see in there. The outside I'll paint the gray, and I'm regret, man, that damn gray paint, it's probably gonna look ugly. Hopefully it'll look okay. Not happy with it at all. I mean, I've been painter on and off my whole life. I worked at Harnish Figure for eight and a half years. And I was a painter, packer creator there. I painted epoxy, 3-part epoxy. I painted water-based paint that we ran into an oven. I mean, I painted hundreds and hundreds of barrels of paint there. And I'm not new to painting. I worked at an excavation company in Wisconsin, and in between jobs I would paint backhoes, dump trucks. We did a couple pickup trucks and stuff like that. I did trailers. I mean, rattle can, hundreds of cans, you know, thousands of cans probably. But I mean, I sprayed electrostatic. I painted a lot of things, you know, and put clear coats on. And it's like it's not new to painting, but man, it's got to be because it's, you know, it's hot and that paint is just crap. So I'm at that point that's just going to be done. And then if it bugs me down the line, I mean, I'm the kind of person that if it bothers me, I'll strip it all down and just redo it from scratch and start all over again. But I got to get this one together and into the show out in Palm Springs in shortly. So it's just going to get done. It's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be as good as it's going to be. And down the road, if I decide I want to I don't like it, I'm the kind of person to put it back on the lift, tear it apart, pull the tins off. It's not that much work. It is, but it isn't. And just maybe find some better tins and repaint and put it back together, you know. It's just that's what it's going to be at this point. You know, I'll make it as good as I can in the amount of time I have with what I have to work with. I mean, literally, I mean, those cans are like $15 a can, and I keep ordering them. I've ordered enough to paint this thing twice, 2.5 times now. But since I'm putting up to 3 coats of paint, 4 on some stuff, and I'm still finding graininess, and I just can't win with this stuff. So, it is what it is. The black paint's fine. It's a different kind of paint, that heat-proof paint, that heat paint. The silver is really paint's really nice, but this gray, it's just crap. So we'll, I'll fill that in a little bit, and I think that's gonna be good on that one. And hopefully it doesn't rattle out and crack and break in the heat or something. And it's just to put in just a little from pounding on it and stuff. Yeah, so, all right. I know you guys are sick of seeing me work on tins. It seems like a never-ending job here. So I'm just gonna go ahead. All I have here is, I have this, and I have this stuff to straighten out. I don't think it's straight. Nah, I gotta straighten some of this out. Go through, straighten it. I have a little bit of black in there. Straighten this crap out. And that's it for the tins for now. That's it for the tins. All right, let's get this behind us. So painting today was about 82, 83 out, and I actually got a nice finish on this one. I did have a tiny dry spot right there because I did prime it, and I should have put some paint on there to let it dry. That's where I put a little bit of fill, and it's very tiny little spot there. Other than that, it turned out real pretty nice. Other than that little dry spot there. Am I gonna repaint it again? I don't know. Probably gonna let it go. Did the backside the silver. You don't see that? That paint works so nice, that engine paint.